Welcome back to our tutorial class. This will be our final tutorial class. We will be talking about credit policy and the effect of changing into a credit policy. So basically, we have three problems. This will be only a one video. So we will be talking about the three problem here. And the first problem information, uh, I'm sure you already read the question sheet, is given information about this. So basically, you have an old credit policy and you're trying to change it into a new policy. So the question is that is it profitable to change into a new policy? So the first you need to find is that the incremental cash flow. You can follow the formula here. Basically, if the key has a quotation mark, basically it means that it is the new quantity. Everything that has a quotation mark is a new quantity. So basically you use this formula to find the incremental cash flow. And then the next, you need to know what is the cost of switching. So basically the cost of switching is the previous sales plus the increase of variable cost due to the new product. So basically this is the cost of switching. The incremental cash flow basically is the difference between the old policy and the new policy. I will explain a better formula in problem 2. And you see here we need to find an NPV. The reason is that we want to find anything that adds value to the company. And you can see in the formula here, incremental cash flow is divided by R, or the return, basically meaning this is a perpetuity, not annuity. Why it is in perpetuity? Because we assume that if we change the new into a new policy, we will apply this new policy under infinite number of years. So basically it will be in perpetuity. And that's from problem 1. For problem 2, what happened is that we are the same. However, the question is a little bit tricky since a lot of things are changing in a new policy. So basically you can calculate the first is the cash flow of old policy and the new one, find the incremental cash flow, and find the cost of switching. For this one, the cost of switching is quite extensive. The reason is that because the price, variable cost, and quantity change, so basically cost of switching must follow this new formula. Okay, and after you find that, you can find the NPV, as simple as that. I want to point out is that sometimes credit policy change does not necessarily mean it will be a good thing, because basically sometimes it leads into a higher cost of switching than the NPV. So you need to pay attention to that. And the last problem will be talking about the effective quantity. So we are talking a little bit about the inventory. So if you are a finance manager, you'll try to minimize all the costs always. So in here, we try to minimize the cost of inventory. And as you can already remember, if you're still studying operation management, then I hope you remember economic order quantity. So basically, economic order quantity is the quantity that minimizes the total cost, meaning the carrying and the ordering cost. So the formula, you can just follow this formula here. So basically, quantity is root square of 2 times demand times the fixed cost or the ordering cost divided by the carrying cost. And you can find the other formula over here. So what happens is that we can compare between the two. In here you can see in the table here we can compare between the two. If we use the AOKI quantity, you can see the cost will be equal. However, if we use the previous quantity, then the cost would be like this. So what we want to do is to minimize it. So we will increase the order size into 260, and we will reduce the the optimal order frequency. Basically we will have fewer lead time. Okay, and that's all for today's tutorial. I wish you good luck for your final exam. If you have any question regarding the previous material and also this material, you can ask us through WhatsApp and we will be happy to answer you for this. Uh, See you next on another occasion.